instead of, yeah. Well, like,
Okay.
I'm right-handed, but I'm going to weave on my right hand and do it with my left hand. Does that make sense?
You're gonna use this as your
Dominant
weaving
hand. Your
And this
weaving
is
hand
your
is your dominant hand? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So we're gonna hold it with your thumb, and then you're gonna go over your pointer and under your middle finger, over your ring finger, under your pinky.
Okay.
And then over, under, over. Okay? Does that make sense? And so you should have one row on each finger. And you don't want to pull it too tight. Because if you pull it too tight, then, you won't be able to get it off. Okay, so now I'm going to go over my pointer again. And then under your middle finger, over, under, and then back up the opposite way. So you should have two, and then you have this coming out the middle. And you're going to turn your hand and just let this fall. You don't need that anymore right now. So just let that fall below your hand. So you can just kind of turn your hand like this. Okay? So let that fall below your hand. Now what you're going to do is you are going to take your loops, and it's kind of like crocheting. You're going to take the bottom loop, and you're going to pull it over the top loop like that. Bottom over the top, the bottom over the top, and the bottom over the top. So that would be the first row. How's everybody doing?
I mean, I did it, I think.
Awesome. Okay, you should end up with only one. So take the bottom over
you
the
pull
top,
it all the way over?
Just like you're crocheting on each finger.
Oh, I see.
Okay, who knows what it's called when you put the loops onto your knitting project? What is that called? Does anybody know?
Casting on.
Right, casting on.
So is that one supposed to be loose like that?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. So do you have one on each finger now? On the inside? Yeah. And then you should have it kind of looks like nothing right now.
Hang on. I want to do this again. So
yeah. Okay, I'll start with you.
And I do it on my left. I'm casting onto my left hand.
Okay, so you're going to put it in your hand. You're casting onto your left hand, yep.
Okay, so in my hand.
Here, under, over, under, over, under, and then over your pointer again. And when I teach this, I usually have to do this a few times so the kids actually get it. And then when you get to your pointer, you go over your pointer and then let your yarn hang like that.
Okay.
So the kids, adults are probably going to get this a little easier because you know what weaving is and stuff. Kids if you teach another little kid, they'll be surprised if this seems really complicated. I've done kids like 6, 7, 8, 9. I found 9, they seem to catch right on. 8, it takes a little longer. And, you can tell the younger kids, I think it's probably just, depends on what they're used to doing, in their life. Like for me, my mom had me playing with yarn and different things, so it probably depends on what they've been exposed to, what other types of crafts they've done, that kind of thing. But I have 2 grandkids, and the foster granddaughter, she caught on pretty quick. She's pretty bright. My biological granddaughter, she was getting really frustrated. So then I just showed her how to do it on one finger. Just
so
she
it's supposed to start looking like...
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So the second row, yep, we're just going to keep doing that process. And it kind of looks like just knots at this beginning, but the more you do, the more. So after you get one row done, you're going to go over your first finger and then weave it through, down, and then up. How are you doing, Stephanie?
I hate to ask, but can you
No,
start
don't
me
hate to
one
ask.
more time?
Yes,
I
I
thought
will.
I had it going, and somehow I missed a finger. Like only,
No, that's okay.
I don't know
Yeah.
what I did.
Don't be afraid to ask. This is all learning too for me. You know, when people
Yeah.
say it so that you understand too, right? Okay, so you're gonna hold it like this.
Okay.
Hold it with your thumb, and
Okay.
then you're gonna go over your pointer,
Okay.
under.
Okay.
It gets tricky, like at your pinky because you have to kind of go around.
I think that's
your
where I
pinky.
messed up. Okay.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
under your ring finger and above
Okay.
your pointer, and then you're gonna go over the pointer again.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, I didn't do my nails today. I was going to.
That was the last thing on my mind, Cindy.
I was doing too much cleaning today.
My mom was always a knitter, and I learned how to crochet in college. So I've never knitted, but I crochet stuff.
This is almost like crocheting.
I've never crocheted. I've only knitted. Okay, so Cindy, once I get to this point,
Mm-hmm. Okay, what do you have on the inside of your hand?
just
Okay,
the
good.
one.
Okay, so now when you get to there, you're gonna go over your pointer. Don't start at your middle finger. Go over your pointer, and then behind the middle finger, over, under, around the pinky, behind your ring finger, in front of, and then you just kind of let it hang. Once you have two on each finger.
Okay.
Now, I have seen where people have made, like, you can make a bunch of little strips, and then you can sew them together and make anything you want, really. Just depends on how long, like, say you want to make a bag, you just make a bunch of strips a certain length and then sew them together. And
Scholastic Word Tales program. I just bought it off Amazon.
Mhm.
And then I upload a little book that the parents print out. And so the kids have their
Oh, that's
own little
awesome.
book. Mhm. And there's a little worksheet with it where they practice writing the word family.
That's
Mhm.
And then we
awesome.
do a little journal entry, which is just like I write something and they write one word down. That's all they do
Yeah.
for their journal.
wow.
And then we do a couple of the little like predictable reader books at the end with them. And it's 45 minutes, but like I have it 3 sections right now. And then I just opened up the Ready Reader 2 so they can go for another 5 weeks if they want.
That's a good idea.
And then I just like I worked on my schedule today and posting the classes. So I just did like the Ready Reader 2, but then I started a new section, 2